What's up, marvelous DJs? Welcome back to the Cheat Code. Here we break down all things DJing, music, and tech. If this is your first time, welcome. Today we're diving into a game changer that's got the DJ world going crazy. Most of you probably already heard Apple Music is finally streaming on Serato, Rekordbox, and other DJ software. After what feels like an eternity, Apple's massive music library is now at our fingertips. But is it all sunshine and rainbows? Let's find out. Cheat Code. All right, so let's start off with the good stuff. First off, most DJs are already rocking MacBooks and iPhones, right? So having Apple Music integrated into DJ software just makes sense. It's like Apple finally woke up and realized, hey, DJs are part of the ecosystem too. Come on, Apple. Plus, if you already have Apple Music or you're an Apple Music subscriber, it's a win-win, right? No need to juggle multiple streaming services anymore. So if we talk about pricing, Apple Music is cheaper than other competitors, making it a solid option for DJs who are balling on a budget. You get access to over 100 million tracks, curated playlists, and all that good stuff. It's like having your record store right in your pocket. Here's the million-dollar question. Why did it take so long? I mean, Tidal, Beatport, and even SoundCloud has been in the DJ streaming game for years. Some say it's because Apple wanted to perfect the integration, while others think they were just late to the party. Either way, better late than never. I think maybe they're just super late to the party. And seeing that stems aren't available either, this was a hurry up and push through, and we'll figure out stems later. I do believe Apple will have stems coming soon, but it may be to an extra charge, very similar to what Tidal did. It'll be a DJ subscription that you must have in order to get that portion of stems. So we'll see. We'll see as time goes on, we will see. Now let's compare it to Tidal, which has been a go-to for DJs thanks to the high quality audio. I've used Tidal for my streaming. I didn't use it 100% streaming, but I did use it for when I needed tracks, or as I do these cheat codes and I mix in the house, I will use Tidal for that. Tidal offers hi-fi and master quality tracks, which are a dream for those that just love the high quality. Apple Music does have lossless and spatial audio, but it's not quite the same. That being said, Apple's library is huge, and its curated playlists are top-notch. So it really comes down to what you value more. Do you value audio quality or you value convenience? All right, so let's keep it real. It's not all perfect for starters. There's no support for stems yet. That's a big deal for DJs who love to isolate vocals or instrumentals for creating mixes and blends. And here's another thing. Streaming is great, but it's surprising to see so many DJs relying on it instead of downloading tracks. What happened if the internet cuts out mid-set? Not a vibe, and I need to test that too, because I know on Tidal, if it cuts out, you still have the track playing. Let's see if Apple will do the same. So what I'm about to test here is if I'm playing a song and I turn off my Wi-Fi, will that song stay put? Hopefully it loads down or installs down or some export, import, whatever you want to call it, imports down to my system. So if there is a fail in the Wi-Fi, I can still utilize that song while it's playing. It gives me enough time to go to another track that is not part of the streaming service. So let's attempt to do that now. I'm just gonna play this out here. Can you hear that? Shouldn't be able to hear it. All right, so boom, song is playing. I am going to kill the Wi-Fi. Okay, so two things happened that I just saw. It did stall, right? It paused for a minute, but I'm not sure if it disrupted the song. But the good news is the song keeps playing, and this is kind of how it works in Tidal. It downloads down to your computer somehow. You have this song even if the Wi-Fi drops out, and then you would just have to mix something that you already have that's not part of it. But in most cases, this is pretty good. If your Wi-Fi is shoddy, then it drops it and you can pick it back up where you left off. But the song's playing fine with no Wi-Fi. And this is a song that I'm pulling from Apple Music. But I think most DJs learned their lesson during New Year's Eve when streaming services just weren't available. So many of them did not have the music that they thought they would have on one of the biggest DJ nights. So that's still a question that we need to answer, is what are we doing with this streaming service? Are downloading songs and paying for songs a thing of the past, and now we're just going into 100% streaming? It'd be interesting to see how that works. I can see it working if the internet was available all over, all the time, for free, and it was reliable, and you couldn't get hacked and all those great things. But for now, I don't think we're quite there. Maybe Starlink will help that out. All right, so let's take a look around. So I've turned on the Apple Music. It says how to use Apple Music streaming with Serato DJ. You can use it for the search library. This is very similar to Tidal. It has the search icon there, so you can search that. Creating a playlist. Now you can create an Apple playlist. That's fairly new. So you can create your own playlist there, or discover songs on Apple Music. All right, so let's get to mixing. All right, so first thing that pops up, Apple Music. I don't know why Baby Shark and all these levels. Probably for my daughter. That is hilarious. Some Young Thug, some top charts, playlists, songs recently added. Okay, so Apple Music pretty much has its own, what I would call a crate, right? So within its own crate, you have your songs. I could do a search on Apple Music. Let me think. What's a deep crate song? Not a deep crate. Let's look up some Chance. Since I'll be talking a little bit about mixtapes later. All right, so it finds it. Looks like it loads pretty fast. You can set your cues up. Found the BPM, plays, A-OK. Can I do this? Let's see if I create a crate, can I drop this in the crate? Streaming tracks cannot be added. So you can't do that. You couldn't do that in Tidal either. That would have been nice if you could actually create your own crate. But you can create your own crates here, but then you would have to redo how you set your crates up and then drop tracks in there. So that's not too bad, that you can create these crates and then drop the tracks into your crates there. So not bad. Let's see, what else can we test here? One big thing that is gone. Serato stems cannot be used with Apple Music. Please log in with another streaming provider. So it pretty much tells you need another streaming provider. So it's true that you cannot stream, or I'm sorry, you cannot use stems with Apple Music. It's true. You can't do it. So it said you could go to top charts, but there we go. Okay. All right, hip hop. Okay, okay. All right, so this is pretty cool. You can actually utilize their top charts list. Now, of course, this is top charts according to Apple, and they're pretty popular, so I can see that working. You can look by albums. What else do we got? Made for You. So I threw some songs in here, recently played, some dance. Okay. All right, I'm just kind of poking around to see the difference. I do like the top charts. That's not bad, right? Top 100, you get to a show. Look, boom, for all my people that are trying to start to branch out in different venues or kind of do different things, there's your country right there. Morgan Wallen, like Drake sitting at #1. That's your Kendrick Lamar, Lady Gaga. So if you just wanted to play the hits, you could just play the hits. Now what I do see is it gives you the hits, but you don't have the BPMs yet. You would literally have to load each song first, and I don't see a way to bulk load these in order to get your BPMs. And for those that care, your key as well. So that may take a little bit of work. Let's see if I can, here, I just grabbed a couple. Can I pre-do these? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unplug my controller and see if it populates. There we go. And then I can drop them into analyze files. It'll take those Apple Music files, all 33 of them, and it's going to analyze those and give me BPMs. So that's one way you can do it too, right? So you can simply do it as like if you're prepping, right? Before you do an event, you can go in and actually drop those files and analyze, and it doesn't look like, is it doing it? I don't know. So we got 5 of 33. So 5 of these should have BPMs on it, and they don't. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Because they're, yeah, okay, I got you. Because they're all going. So it is doing it. So this is a quick way to prep your files before your event, is to unplug your controller and almost use the prep screen to analyze those files to get those BPMs and those keys set. So that way when you go to mix these songs or these tracks, these top 100, you can just already have them done. Okay, so that's a quick way to do it. All right, this is nice. So after thinking about this for a couple of days and seeing all these videos pop up of people getting excited about Apple coming into the DJ game, which it is truly something remarkable that people have been waiting for some time, I really started to think, what would make someone a top winner in this streaming service? Now here's my idea that could set one streaming service above all others. So imagine if they let us record and post our mixtapes directly on the platform. Think about it. You create a mix, upload it to Apple Music or Tidal, and boom, it's out there for the world to hear. It'll be a game changer for DJs and a win for streaming services. Apple, if you're listening, or Tidal, I've already reached out to you, and you haven't responded since I'm making this video, so it's fair game that I put the idea out there. But really, if you allow DJs to record their mixes and upload them on your servers for people to listen, we could share those, the metadata that comes along with the music that we're mixing, so it gives you the track title, the artist, the cue points, and even how long we mix the song. All of that stuff can be brought into your server, so then the artist will get paid per play of that mixtape. So the artists still get their streaming credits if anybody listens to that mix. Just think about it. And I know there's Mixcloud and other mix sites that you can use, but just think about having true DJs create mixtapes. And I don't mean playlists. That playlists are great, but we're talking about mixtapes, right? Allowing DJs to create mixtapes on your platform and hosting those mixtapes, but still giving credit to the artists of the music that we're actually playing. If the streaming service that does this does it first, that would by far be the winner. I like streaming tracks. I like the availability. I know we're early on. I know Apple's just getting in the game and we're hitting them with something else, but I'm telling you, if you allow us to record, and I understand why we can't record on our system, on our hard drive, because then we'd have the music and then we wouldn't stream it. So I get that. I understand how that works. But if you allow us to record and save to your servers, it would be going back into the streaming service, and then we could share the mixtape. People would still be listening to the music. You would know what songs are being listened to. You would know how long those songs are being played, and the DJ kind of gets a little credit for promoting music. And that's really what it's been about all of these years, is the DJ helped to promote. The artists need the DJs like the DJs need the artists. Whatever streaming service wants to talk, we could talk details. I got I got some background in tech. I got some background in IT. We could talk database management and all that good stuff if you want to. Hit me up, DJ Mike Marvelous, or just drop a comment. For all my DJs, if you think that's a good idea or if you think it's a horrible idea, drop a comment below. So, what do you think? Is Apple Music the future of DJ streaming, or are you sticking with your downloads? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, smash the like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more cheat codes. Until next time, stay marvelous, cheat code.